And they've got activities for the seconds. No rush. Where's Miss Beck?
She has a headache.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Come on, Tim.
Derek Wiley will be covering the local government week starting today.
Good to meet you, Derek.
All right. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Welcome to the September 23rd, 2021 meeting for the Board of County Commissioners for Shawnee County. My name is Kevin Cook. I serve as the chair this year, also representing District 2. Joining me today is Commissioner Aaron Mays, representing District 3. Good morning.
Good morning.
Commissioner Bill Rippon was unable to join us this morning. Madam Clerk, before we begin, would like to pull item C1 and item G1, and we're going to put that on a later agenda so that all three commissioners can be present for those. And so we will pull those two items from today's agenda. Okay? If we can have then our first item.
Okay.
Consent agenda.
Item 3, consent agenda.
There are three items on the consent agenda. Are there any questions or motion?
I'll move to approve.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. All opposed, reflect that it passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item 4, new business, county clerk. Consider all voucher payments.
Mr. Chairman, this morning we have vouchers totaling $1,159,899.91. A few highlights under there. Under detention facility to Sound Products Incorporated for $13,558 is for 4 remote monitoring workstations. Then under election commissioner, an item paid with ARPA funds would be for Barcodes Incorporated, totaling $15,294.08 is for interface boards and cables to connect new electronic poll books to the printers. And then under general expense to Lineage Mailing Services, which I believe is the new vendor, for $200,000 is for postage. So I don't have any questions about any of this. I would move for approval.
I'll second. Motion to approve by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. All opposed, reflect that it passes 2-0. Our next item.
Item 2, consider correction orders.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Mays. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, reflect that it passes 2-0. Our next item.
Item B1, Public Works, number 1. Consider approval of request to award bid of $19,900 to Samco for the replacement of a roof-mounted AC unit for the Sherwood wastewater treatment plant, with funding to come from Sherwood user fees.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jeff Hunt, Deputy Director of Public Works. The item before you today is for a new 15-ton AC unit at the Headworks at the Sherwood Treatment Facility. The current unit that's out there now is kind of on its last leg. Several months ago in the heat of summer, it was leaking real bad. We had several companies came out and provided estimates to repair it. After we looked at the cost to repair and the cost for new, it was determined and we'd be better off to buy a new unit than try to repair the old unit. We were getting some corrosion in the condensing coils, and it was going to be a problem we were going to keep chasing for a while. So we put it out for bid and got 4 bids. They were pretty wide-ranging, but we feel comfortable that Samco can provide the work that we're needing, the fundings for the Sherwood user fees, and if you have any questions, I'm here to help.
Questions?
No questions. I move for approval.
Second. Motion for approval by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, reflect that it passes 2-0. Thank you. Our next item.
Solid waste item C1 was pulled.
Okay.
So D1, facility maintenance, number 1. Consider approval of request to post and fill a vacant maintenance technician 1 position at an annual salary, including benefits of $48,573.82 to be funded from the facility management budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. Nelda Henning, Director of Facilities Management. This position was vacated due to a resignation, and so at this point, I'd like to fill it.
Any questions? I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Mays. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, reflect that it passes 3-0. Thank you. Our next item.
Item E, Department of Corrections, number 1. Consider authorization and execution of contract C-320-2021 with Gray Horse Farms LLC for the leasing of office space at 712 South Kansas Avenue, Suite 412 for community correction from January 1, 2022 through June 30th, 2024 for a lease rate of $13 per square feet for the first year of $29,289, utilizing the agency's fiscal year 2022 budget, and then $13.50 per square feet for the next 18 months.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Phelps, Department of Corrections. This item is a moving forward on a thing that was placed into my fiscal 22 budget proposal, and it is to rent some or lease some space in the next floor up in the building that we're currently in to be able to hold a programming area so we can have multiple programmings going simultaneously, and we can put our program staff up there so that we're not tripping over each other in our current space. And so this, they gave us a little lower rate for the first year to offset some of the startup costs, like putting in IT and things like that. And then it goes to a slightly higher rate for the remaining 18 months. And the reason it's for this period is because our current lease ends at the end of June in 2024. So this will be able to let the two line up.
Tim, can you tell us a little bit about some of the programming that happens with community corrections?
Yes, sir. We have, currently, we have what they call intensive outpatient programming. So if a client has a substance abuse disorder, and we need to have them basically a tether on them for a longer period, and they've been inpatient, we can bring them to this class, and it continues to teach them coping skills to deal with their addiction, so that while they're in our supervision, they stay away from drugs and alcohol at an improved rate. We also have what they call moral recognition therapy, which is a cognitive therapy, and it basically teaches the clients to improve their thinking, so to speak, so that they stop having dysfunctional thinking patterns that cause them to engage in criminal activity or substance abuse and those kinds of things. But we're going to be bringing in educational training, we're going to be bringing in drug and alcohol training, or like AA and NA and those kinds of things, and some life skills training, job readiness training. Those are some of the things we're growing into, and so I wanted the space to be able to do that as well.
How many people do we work with on programming like this?
At last count, we had about 860 clients that we supervise in our agency. Some of them higher risk, some of them more moderate risk. We focus our programming more on the high risk, which is about 45 to 50% of our staff, of our clients that are either moderate or high risk of offending or of having difficulties in the various, what they call areas of risk, like drug and alcohol use, education, they don't have employment, whatever it happens to be. We have higher risk and lower risk.
And do you know how the Shawnee County stacks up against maybe other counties with our rate of success? I mean, do we do a good job?
We do. The last time I did a report, an annual report, and looked at the numbers statewide, it was around a 54-55% success rate, and we usually stay between 87 and 93% success rate, depending upon what quarter we're looking at.
That's great. And so this is going to give additional services and space to do the programming for those 800-plus people.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions? I'll move for approval of the contract.
Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Mays. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Reflected, it passes 2-0. Our next item.
Item number 2, consider approval of request of the revised state fiscal year 2022 carryover reimbursement plan budget summary and narrative.
Tim Phelps, Department of Corrections. This is a somewhat a pro forma requirement that KDUC has that make sure that we document if we have any what they call carryover funds. And we have $45 because, but we still have to do the report. And this is basically if the $45 specifically is we had one instance where a client said, I don't care what your UA shows, I'm not hot. I haven't been using. So we tell them, well, we'll send it to a lab to get it more officially tested, but if it turns out you're wrong, you have to pay for that testing. And that happened in one instance. So that's where the $45 came from. Otherwise, it's very low dollars, and we just have to report it out each year.
Okay. Questions? Motion?
Move to approve.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Reflected, it passes 2-0. Our next item.
Number 3, consider approval of request of the state fiscal year 2021 end-of-year outcome report for Shawnee County and 2nd Judicial District Operation for Adult Community Correction.
Tim Phelps, Department of Corrections. This item is also a formality for reporting out to KDOC. When we write our grant application, we have to do what they call a comprehensive plan, and then we have to report on our progress each quarter on that comprehensive plan. And then at the end of the year, we do a comprehensive report that covers the whole year, and that report has to be approved by the Corrections Advisory Board and by the County Commission. And that's what this document is. Probably the highlights indicate that we have started increasing dramatically our programming, and it also articulated the difficulties we had because of the COVID pandemic.
So those programs that you were talking to us on the first item and the outcomes that you reflected, those would be in this report.
Yes, sir. That would be included in the report.
Any other questions?
No, I'll move for approval.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Reflected, it passes 2-0. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Our next item.
Item F, Noxious Weed Department. Number 1, consider approval of request to advertise and fill a pesticide applicator position at a salary included benefits of no less than $48,573.82 with funding from the department's operating budget fund.
Good morning, Commissioners. John Landon, Director of the Weed Department. The item I have before you this morning is with the recent resignation of my full-time applicator position. I'm here seeking approval to advertise and fill that position. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Questions?
No.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Mays. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Reflect that it passes 2-0.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Our next item.
Item G, Commission, G1 was pulled for a later date.
Then our next item after.
Administrative Communications.
This is an opportunity for any member of the public or department head to address the commission on any item.
Good morning, Commissioners. Teresa Fisher, Director with the Health Department. I have a couple of items I would like to announce today. The first is that effective next Monday, which is September 27th, all of our services at the 10th Street are going to be returning to appointment only. So for anybody who needs any of our services that are housed there, including our immunizations, which would include our COVID vaccines, they would want to call 251-5700, and our staff will be happy to schedule an appointment.
What is the reason why we're going back? Is it just due to concerns about the COVID in the community?
We are going back just because 10th Street, for those of you who haven't been there, is a smaller clinic. And so with our waiting room, we don't have a lot of space to social distance. And so we've decided that this is in the best interest of all of our clients who are coming in to do an appointment so that we can make sure that we have adequate space for everyone.
Okay. Any questions?
Nope.
All right. Thank you.
My second item I would like to announce is that last week, myself and Edith Gaines, our finance officer, had the honor to attend the YWCA Women of Excellence Banquet and Award Dinner. And Shawnee County Health Department was recognized as the 2021 Employer of Excellence. I'd like to read just a short excerpt from their award they presented to us. YWCA Northwest Kansas honors Shawnee County Health Department as the 2021 Employer of Excellence for their commitment to YWCA's mission to eliminate racism and empower women while working to create a stronger, healthier Shawnee County community. So it was truly an honor to be there among all the honorees of the night. But as I told the staff, this award really goes to them. This is their dedication to the service that they've continued to provide over the most trying of times. And so it was truly an honor to represent them. We also received, in addition to our certificate, a beautiful etched glass cube that will be on display at J.P. Lewis very proudly. So
Great.
again, thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
John Landon, Director of the Weed Department. Just wanted to give you a little information. On Tuesday, we received a surprise inspection from Kansas Department of Ag, where they come in, they took a look at all of our spray records, restricted use pesticide sales, our inventory, EPA numbers, the whole onslaught there. Just wanted to let you know we passed without any violations found, and so the good news.
Great. Glad to hear it.
Never would have doubted it.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Any other administrative communications this morning? Commissioner Mays, anything?
You know, nothing really from me. So get out and enjoy the weather. It's really beautiful out. So
I understand that next Thursday, we're going to be short a commissioner as well. You have an event that you're going to be attending. And so given that we're going to be down, I don't anticipate any major issues on next Thursday. I'm going to go ahead and cancel the meeting for next Thursday. That will be on the agenda for Monday, notifying the public that we will not have a meeting then on September the 30th. I think it's best that, the commissioners all be here if we can. So, Madam Clerk, our next item.
Item 6, Executive Session.
There's not a need for an executive session today, so we are adjourned.
Consider hold.